Amy Wilson, the international development community recognizes the importance of targeting people with disabilities. We talked earlier about the reports that were released by the World Bank and the World Health Organization on the challenges of helping these communities. And USAID has issued a directive on inclusion requiring all projects to at least address people with disabilities. Are things headed, so to speak, in the right direction?
I think they are. USAID right now, I know, is they've got a course that anybody who begins to work with USAID here or overseas missions are not required but strongly encouraged to take a course on disabilities and how to include people with disabilities in their projects and programs. I think they're actually at this moment revamping. They've hired Charlotte Knoplow-McLean, who's the disability advisor at USAID, and she's working very hard to make sure that disability is up front and center. Judy Heumann is now at the State Department doing the same kind of work, making sure that missions overseas and the State Department itself is including people with disabilities. I think the more that we have people with disabilities doing development work overseas and here, when I go, Kojo, to speak with different NGOs and different groups, nobody wants to exclude people with disabilities. It's just that they haven't thought of them. Or our students, when they do their practicum work in the city itself, sometimes the NGOs are a little bit nervous, like, well, how are we going to accommodate a deaf person? How do we do this? Well, they just have to ask, right? So our students will just spend the first day explaining to them, we have this technology, or we pencil and paper, we're fine, we'll be able to do just fine. So I think if we bring up the level, have shows like this, I'm so appreciative that you're talking with us today. People will start thinking, wow, in our projects, we never thought about how do you have a deaf person? And there's more and more materials. Before 15 years ago, you couldn't find anything, and now we've got much more out there. So I think things are moving in the right direction.